Hello, my name is Laura Pincus-Savage, one of the field marketing specialists for the East Central Florida region. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to import contacts into your Prospect Square account. In a recent video, I had gone and exported all of my contacts out of my Moxie Engage account. This could be either to save it as a file on your desktop or to import into another account-based system where you want to have all of your contacts in your database on file, such as Prospect Square. Once I have my contacts imported into Prospect Square, I can then use these contacts to put them on the Prospect Square newsletter, send them market reports, or even add them to the Clients for Life newsletter. To get us started off, we are going to log on to our CB Desk accounts and go onto the Prospect Square tile. Once you are logged into Prospect Square, I'm going to draw your attention to the left-hand side, clicking on the Contacts tab. Once on the Contacts tab, you'll see your list of contacts. Currently, mine's looking a little slim with only one contact, and yes, it is myself. So let's change that. Let's get a few more contacts in here. I'm not an agent, so it's going to be about 6 contacts that I'm adding because these are what I pulled from my Moxie Engage account. Let's hope yours might be a little bit more. So when I click on Import and Export, there are going to be 2 options that pop up for me. I can import contacts or export contacts to a file. So today we are going to be focusing on importing these contacts into our Prospect Square. So I'm going to check that option and hit Next. Next, it's going to be asking me questions about my file type. So I'm going to make sure that CSV file from any other source is selected. This is going to be the default. The reason I'm selecting this one today is because I exported my contact list from my Moxie account, and that automatically defaults as a CSV file. However, I could be exporting from an Outlook, a Gmail, or an Excel file. I would just want to make sure I pick the appropriate checkbox. Next, it is going to make me check this box in order to continue, and this is just you confirming that the contacts that you're importing have agreed to receive communications from you, and they don't contain any contacts purchased or harvested from another source, including but not limited to Realty. So you just want to make sure that you are aware of that. I'm going to hit Next, and then browse from the files on my computer. My list is here and ready to go, so I'm going to select Open. This next step is probably going to be the most important step to remember to do when importing your contacts. So now that the contacts are all here, like I said, I don't have too many, I only have 6, but I still am going to match the fields the same way you would when you reach this step. So from these drop-down menus, you just have to match the fields of what that information is. So this is first name, you want to select first name. Middle name, select middle name, last name, and so on. You'll notice here that suffix already is filled in, and this happens because this is the lines that are displayed from my spreadsheet that I've uploaded, and suffix was a direct specific match. Last name didn't pull because of this space that is missing between the CSV file name and what Prospect Square is looking for. So I'm just going to scroll through my list here. I can drop down for primary email, and I also have mobile phones. I want to make sure that you check so that all relevant details are included. Some of these might be unnecessary to include, like language or these collaborators that just say false, so don't worry about that. When you are done matching the fields, hit Next. A dialog box is going to open up that says we will not import emails that already exist within your contact list, which is great because this helps limit your risk of duplicates being entered into your Prospect Square account. So I'm going to hit OK to this. The next box that's going to pop up is asking us how we wish to handle our duplicates. There are going to be 3 options that are available. We can either update the existing contact details. This is going to be for map fields only. You can replace an entire contact record or ignore any duplicates and do not import. That's the option I'm going to go with and hit Next. It's going to ask me if I want to import these into a group So I can either select an existing group, create a new group, or do not import into a group. So I'm going to select my Moxie Contacts group and hit next, and then select finish. Once I have imported my contacts, the import results will show up and show the number of contacts you've processed and any contacts that have failed to import. So it is showing that I have one that has failed to import. I'm pretty sure that is that one contact that I already had in there, and so that was a duplicate. You can also download a file of contacts that are not imported just to get a list of who wasn't imported. You can check to make sure whether those were duplicates or not, or if there were any errors in the contact information that might have caused it to be invalid. Now that I am back in my contacts list, I can see the number that I have imported in here. I can see that they're in that Moxie Contacts group that I wanted to place them in. And from here, I can go forward and organize them into the reports or the newsletter. As always, thanks so much for watching, and don't hesitate to reach out to your field marketing team if you have any questions about what these videos are covering, or if you have any topics for video content in the future. Now go on, get adding your contacts to Prospect Square.